Hi, guys. Welcome to Classic Rock and Country Music, Facts, and Trivia. Thank you for being here. I've got a part two for you on bands that broke up on stage. Let's take a look. The Replacements. Nothing the Replacements ever did was designed to be professional in any way. Even for a band born out of the indie scene, none of them took themselves all that seriously, famously ruining their time on Saturday Night Live by playing the song completely hammered. While the band still delivered on record, there were always going to be one instance where everything came to an end. Fresh off the tour for the album Don't Tell a Soul, the band performed various gigs with Paul Westerberg and Tommy Stinson as the de facto leaders of the group. Going into Chicago for another stopgap on the tour, the band's last moments on stage featured every single musician not wanting to be there, with Westerberg standing behind the drums and Stinson taking the microphone. After making their way through songs like Can't Hardly Wait, Stinson announced at the end of the show that it would be one of the last times that anyone would ever see them play, after which everyone stormed off the stage. The Replacements may have helped birth the alternative rock scene that was to come, but the animosity between them became too much for any of them to capitalize on. And then we have, if this thing will cooperate, Black Sabbath. Talking about the lineup of Black Sabbath can always get a bit dicey. While many assume that Ozzy-led version of the band is all that anyone cares about, some of the brightest moments come from other people or on the microphone, with legends like Glenn Hughes and Ian Gillan of Deep Purple sharing the stage with Tommy Iommi on multiple occasions, although Ronnie James Dio was the only one who could touch Osbourne's legacy. Any chance of Sabbath working under his name was dashed when they signed on for Ozfest. Since the festival was known as Osbourne's personal festival with a bunch of supporting acts, Dio was personally insulted that he would have to play second to Osbourne's solo act, which was formed off the back of Sabbath. Not wanting to share the stage, Dio refused to even show up, leading to Omnia asking Rob Halford of Judas Priest to sub in on vocals for most of the set. Although the band members would eventually make amends and even record an album together, Sharon Osbourne would butt in over control of their name, electing to name the band Heaven and Hell to not take away from Osbourne's star power. Despite the beautiful music that they made after the fact, Dio would never be associated with Black Sabbath's show up until his death in 2010. The Eagles. Listening to the Eagles often feels like spending 24 hours a day in the sunshine. The minute that a song like Take It Easy or Peaceful Easy Feeling comes on the radio, most fans are already sailing down the highway, feeling the wind in their hair, and wanting to find new places they had never been before. While it was always Glenn Frey's to capture that spirit in their music, he didn't account for playing with Don Felder at a benefit gig. After going through the lengthy tour for Long Run, nobody wanted to see each other anymore until Senator Alan Cranston joined the group to perform a gig to help environmental causes. Not wanting to play a show for free, Felder made a passing comment at Cranston prior to the gig, leading to Frey getting into a fury once they took to the stage. Now, while they made it through the set, Felder and Frey would be heard hurling abuse toward each other throughout the show, each threatening to kick the other's ass if they didn't keep everything in line. After smashing his guitar, Felder stormed out of the venue, leading to Frey calling up the rest of the band a few days after the incident to say it was over. Anyone can have their reasons for not wanting to go on, but when what kind of verbal abuse happens on stage, you got problems. And Oasis. It would probably be easier to throw a dart at any year that Oasis was active and figure out a good time that they were bound to break up. Even though the band revolved around Liam and Noel Gallagher's constant tension, that kind of animosity towards one another is always going to lead to their eventual demise. Although the brothers managed to grin and bear it for decades, one show in Paris in 2009 was a moment when Noel had had enough. Prior to the show, Liam had started mouthing off to the press, being convinced that Noel had talked to various journalists beforehand in an attempt to make him look bad. Hours before they were to go on, Noel walked into his dressing room to find his brother hurling an acoustic guitar around the room in a fit of rage. After smashing it to pieces on the floor, Noel decided to cool off on the tour bus as Block Party took to the stage. Even though he could have finished the last two gigs, Noel felt that this was the last time that his brother would be a hindrance to his solo career, electing to leave the venue and cancel the rest of the tour dates. Just a few hours later, Noel took to social media to confirm the inevitable. After years of rock and roll brilliance, the Brit pop's legends had finally let their fighting get the better of them. Again, I'll say what I said on the last one, grow up. It is kind of difficult. I mean, I was in the same band for 17 years with mostly the same guys, but they're like brothers to me, and I had issues. Nothing that I would do on stage, nothing that, I would do at the venue, period. And we always talked out our problems. Now, granted, we was weekend warriors. We didn't play every day of the week, or, you know, we weren't inside a tour bus, going around with each other. Well, we was in a van, but, but like I say, not as long. So, I mean, I'm sure that tensions got a little bit hotter doing that, but it's just, I don't know. And don't let it get that far. If you think it's going to, just go ahead and break it up before it gets nasty. My opinion. What's yours? That's all I got for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget about classic TV facts and trivia. It's on Eddie Albert of Green Acres and how he is a true, genuine, 100% war hero, American hero. Go over there and check out and see why. Please subscribe if you don't mind. Please like this video. I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. We're going to be getting into some country before long, I promise. But this is all I have for you today. I hope you had a great weekend. God bless. Have a great day, and I'll be praying for you.